some more now. Is that better? Right then, let's see how we get on with that. Cool. Okay, right, let's start again. Just in, just in case you'd nipped out to the toilet and left your volume where it was at 70, Daz. Well done. And now there's no speakers in your telly left. Ah, sorry about that, guys. It was because turn it up to 11. Yeah, that's what I was getting yesterday. Right. So here we go. Right. So what I've done is, as you can see, I got some nice Christmas decorations at the top of the screen here. So I've learned how to do that. We get a flying dog pops on every now and again. Looking good like that. And just been learning a little bit about how to deal with some of these name tags at the bottom. So the next thing I need to learn how to do is sound. What these sound settings mean. And then we're going to be the perfect article. But there you go anyway. Good morning, slot heads all around the world. How are you doing? I can see everyone's piling in for a Christmas one. Like I was saying before the music, for the mic check, it's the penultimate one. Some people are looking forward to it. Some people prefer New Year's Eve. And some people hate the lot and prefer their birthday. So whatever you do, if you're into Christmas, I'm into Christmas. I know Albert and Wilf are into Christmas. Most of the young track fans are into Christmas. That will be good for us. Aha. Right. Cheers, Dave. Well done. Let's get rid of that one. And that one. There you go. See? Controlling it remotely. Who'd have thought? There you go. Right. Cool. Ah, dear. We're going to have a little bit of a... How many left? Oh, great question, Jano. Great question. How many hours left are there until we can still, for us to still vote for the annual Slot Car Awards? Well, you've got until all of tonight, until tomorrow morning. I'm going to close it off tomorrow morning when I get out of bed, because that will loosely be around about midnight. No, it won't be. It'll be midnight shoot. Yeah, no, it will be. It will be. I'm thinking, because I'm like, Wildman's and Marty's streams normally start at midnight here, which is, I think, 6 p.m. their time. So it would be midnight. So yeah, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. UK time, voting closes, which is midnight time US, and about 3:30 in the afternoon for the Australians. There you go. So we'll do that. We'll cut that off about then. Just gives everyone that last bit of chance to get their votes in. We'll talk about the votes a little bit later. Go have a little bit of a mix-up, mash-up of the of the show schedule today. There you go. And because people have got appointments and have asked if we can get the track focus on a bit earlier. So who am I to deny the public? Exactly. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be sat here chatting. I'd be chatting to myself, which, to be fair, I do a lot. I do talk to myself. My wife asks me often, she says, are you talking to yourself? And I say, of course. She says, oh, why would you do that? I said, well, obviously, sometimes I need expert opinion, don't I? So that's why I talk to myself. But there you go. So yeah, to answer your question there, yeah, great, Harry. We are enjoying your videos on the build. That is going to be good. So, well, what do you know? All right, I need to get. All right, so I need to learn about sound, and I also need to get a monitor like right here, so my eyes look at you guys, not my screen. So Rob's coming out at 9. That will be funny. And yes, John, yeah. So for you guys are ahead of us, John. So you're probably looking at about Well, if it's about 4:30 in Australia, well, where most people are now, then that's going to be 3:30, 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You're out at 7:45. Well, you got like 5 minutes. What are you doing going out at seven? What is there to do at 7:45? The shops don't open till 8. So you're at least 13 minutes off schedule there. Yeah, he picked up on it as well. That's right, Rob's. My juvenility, hilarious. Right, who else is in? Let's work our way. Let's get on to a little bit of saying hello to people. We're gonna rattle through these pretty quick. We'll get into the show. Got a great show. Wildman is here. Eric! Wake up. I don't know if he's made it or not. The wildlings are all about. They're everywhere. Winter's coming. Good morning, Fox and Walls. Good morning. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Chris. And clear the throat. Good morning, track fans, says Daz. Crisp top Skolsky is here. Santa's big brown sleigh is heading to your house, bringing my thunder slot. Oh, nice. Yeah, I hope it arrives there too, Chris. I do, totally. And talking about Christmas and Christmas films, obviously Slotar's going to jump out of the window now with a parachute. Ripcord, he's out of there. But great Christmas movie. So if you've got, say, kids who are older than 10, so this is for kids who are 10 and older. It's an actual 12 rating, but to be honest with you, I think it's a 10. I'd probably stretch a 9 as well. Probably stretch a 9-year-old into it. A Santa movie. My favorite Santa. Yeah, let me know, right, what your favorite Santa movie was of all time in the chat now. And by the time I finish this, I'll actually get through to seeing them, discuss it briefly, get on the show, and we'll get going. So my favorite Christmas movie of all times was Santa Claus, the movie, you know, with Dudley Moore. And in the 80s, that was awesome, where he gets like the candy cane and he can fly and that. Brilliant. Special effects were just becoming a thing then. Well, I popped it on the other day by recommendation. It was a movie called Red One. Red One was excellent because Red One, brilliant. I don't want to spoil it, but it's got The Rock in it. It's got a whole host of other people in it as well. And it just really is. Oh, that's better. It really is a feel-good film, and it puts a different twist onto Christmas movies. Like, really good. Really enjoyed that. So, hilarious as well. You're on NL4, Naughty List Stage Category 4. Brilliant. That's what I'll be on if I don't get on with the show, innit? Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Tara. Just managed to squeeze the hello in before you go in 2 minutes. Are you literally going in 2 minutes? It's unbelievable. Good morning, Cribbit. How you doing? Can't stay to watch, but wanted to wish a Merry Christmas to everyone and hope Santa brings you lots of slot cars. I hope so too. I've been out there clearing the snow and ice off the roof so he can have a safe landing. Don't worry about it. You know, we've got to make sure that he delivers straight away. He might be delivering to the wife to deliver to me. I don't know. I don't really mind as long as the delivery is made. And you got 48 hours. 72 hours. Yeah, 72 hours. And Dave Slotar, you've maybe got this year, next year, relaxing. And then after that, you are on a 3 a.m. shift. And if you have another child, then it's cemented. If you got one child, I think you could possibly wing it till 5 a.m. But you get 2 kids, no chance, because they egg each other on. So enjoy this year and next year. It's going to be your only years. And then you got at least the 10 stretch where you're coming in hot at like 3 a.m. I mean, my kids were gutted because I was already up and ready for them. Like, come on, it's Christmas. It's 3 a.m. Where have you been? My word, got like got like stuff to open here. Harry's in. Good morning, Harry. How you doing? I think I might about just if I've missed anyone, like William here. Good morning, William. Red One is a great movie. Yes, it's in Red One as well. Die Hard is excellent. Incidentally, right, what we've done is we got the Christmas, you know, the Christmas guide. We buy that every year. I don't know why we buy it because we never watch terrestrial TV at all. But Maria come up with a great idea. She come up with this idea. She goes, right, what we're going to do, we'll get the guide. We'll look in the movie section. We'll ring all the movies we want to watch, but then we'll watch them on streaming platforms so we don't have to bother with the adverts. What a genius she is. So we've got Die Hard, I think. What are we on at the moment? Oh, yeah, we were going to be doing F9, Fast and Furious 9. But then the remake of The Crow got in the way of that. So we're watching that. So then it will be either F9 or Die Hard. That was literally on the list. So great film. The newer Miracle. Oh, there's been a remake of Miracle on 34th Street. That's what you want, isn't it? McLean on your screen for breakfast. Murdered parsnips last year. Brilliant. He's worse at mornings than you are. I don't believe it. Well, wait till he gets a sniff of what Christmas is about, mate. and then he'll be a rock star at Christmas. Hey, did Pat just rock up? Hey, Merry Christmas, Pat Meister in the house. Good morning to you, fella. How you doing? From behind. That is it. Got all around the screen look. And then you get the close up. See? Right, I've got a show here. Shall we do it? Oh, actually, I tell you what, I tell you what I have found. I did some research. I've got it working. Before we go into the show, while I cue the show up, let's have a little commercial break. Boom! There you go. How about that? So hopefully she hasn't gone out and she saw that. But there you have it. Good morning, Chris, Dave. Good morning, mate. How you doing? Nice to have your company. Merry Christmas to you. Good morning, Scalex fan. Good morning. Yeah, you guys, Aussies are definitely spoilt for space. That is 100% accurate. So we got the show. So what do we do? Oh, hello. What do we do on the first order of the day is to give out the Young Track fans a shout for the morning. Good morning, Young Track fans. So we got Albert hiding behind the Christmas decorations there, along with Wilf. Albert and Wilf were here yesterday. Tell you what we need to do. I need to show you that, actually. That is a great little... I've frozen now. Hang on. There we go. Right, sound. I'm back on it. We had a great session here. We had a little Christmas party. It was all good. There was music, there was dancing, there was production, all sorts of great stuff going on here. We do love a good boogie. So well done, Albert, Wilf. Merry Christmas. Lewis, Eleanor, Liam, good morning. Ruben! All drag racing finito for the year now, Ruben. You can kick back, relax, and get ready for the big fella to come down the chimney on Wednesday, early hours. Good morning. Good morning, Arlo. Good morning, Rowan. First Christmas as a 1-year-old. Yes. Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Elisa. Good morning, Cam. Good morning, Leo. Up in Nottingham. I saw you, Leo. I saw you there, dusting off the train tracks, getting them going. Brilliant work, my friend. Good morning, Charlotte and Mason. Good morning. Good morning, Doug. He's not a young track fan, but he's just snuck in. And good morning, Dick, while you're there too. Anyway, let's crack on. Morning, Mason. Morning, Owen and Jackson. Good morning, Olivia and George. Good morning, Leighton and Jacob. Good morning, Logan, Bailey and George. Good morning, George, over in Oxford. Happy birthday for in the week, George. I hope you had a good day. And how good was that present that you got from Ian and Uncle Ian and Doug at Magnetic Racing, huh? How fantastic was that? I could not believe that when you told me about that at the swap meet and I was chatting to them about it. And then the next thing you know, they sorted you out. That is the power of this community. It's like, you know, talk about look after their own. Brilliant. So I hope you're enjoying that F1 car there, George. Maybe next week I will show a picture on the screen of you holding it and you know, you can see what a good deed that magneticracing.com did for you. So well done, Ian and Doug. You made young lad there proper happy, which makes us lot proper happy. Well done. So moving on to it, talking about magnetic racing, is it still spinning? That is the question I need to know. So we've got older Douglas in the chat. Doug, hit us up, baby. Is this still spinning? So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, Magnetic Racing have just they've sort of took on running what Daz Hall has been doing for a while, which is the rotating billboard. And what they wanted to do was find out how long one battery lasted in the billboard and whether they would have eaten the 5 packets of Chewits before it ran out. I think they're going to need 5 boxes of Chewits at this rate because you've got it. Well, the last count was 66 hours and it was still spinning. So get your money in, get your sweepstakes in, go and find the videos on Magnetic Racing's YouTube channel where they're bringing the updates and the videos and stuff there. Go check it out because you never know. You never know what will happen with these guys if you win a competition. Brilliant. So I'm in at 122 hours. Yep, George, no worries. George is just bringing up here. This is George. This is George's dad, Lionel. Lionel is bringing up and just wants to say to the track fans out there who wished him a great birthday, that was an epic stampede of well wishes last week as well, wasn't it? Brilliant. So he can't put down that F1 McLaren. Ian and Doug made his day. Get in there. Love this community. Honestly, it's literally the best. It's in the back of the van, says Doug. We're talking about the rotating billboard. What do you mean it's in the back of the van? That's where we put the naughty people who are on NL4, naughty list category 4. Now, I thought I might have maybe reduced myself down to NL1, but apparently I'm on NL3. So Harry, he just lives on NL4. I think NL5 is the worst. I think that's when you're going to start getting some soot and some whatever in your stockings there on the mantelpiece at the end of your bed. So be good, kids, because you don't want to be on any NL at all. That's naughty list for anyone who's too old and bold and don't know what we're talking about. NL, the place you don't want to be. So yeah, get your sweepstakes in. I got a packet of Chewits. It's 122 hours. Hey, Dave, I've been in the back of your van and survived. It was touch and go, I'm telling you. Right, so I'm gonna go past this now and come back to it at the end. But I tell you what was cool yesterday. I had the privilege and the honour of being invited onto Saturday morning car tunes with US Pete, Show Me Slot Cars, with Joe, Iris Carrera, and Raul. And there's a blast from the past day. Machismo. It's we were winding everyone up at Electric Dreams, and we were winding. We were winding Rahul up. We were getting everyone to roll the R's when saying his name, and we were like, right, we'll get Arlo, who's like age, I don't know, 10 or something like that, 8, 10, something, to do it, and he did it perfectly. So literally waited until what's his face, Rahul's birthday, and you know that got regurgitated. It's like so. So if you see Raul, you have to make sure that you have a go at that, have a dabble. But yeah, if you didn't catch this yesterday, it was good fun. It was good fun, and what they talked about was the 5 gold rings. So we all had to come up with our 5 gold moments for the year. When they did say that, though, I was a little bit concerned because when I think about gold rings, something else sort of slips into mind, you know. I couldn't help it. I mean, what can I say? It's like one of my favorite potato crisp snacks. It's like you guys over in the States in North and South America and Canada call these chips. We call them crisps here. God knows what you call them down under or in Europe, but they're crisps, all right? And anyway, so not those gold rings, these gold rings, and Harry, definitely not the ones you're thinking of. So we've got good chat yesterday on that. I'm thinking, and you know, kind of like I didn't want to sound like I'm copying them or anything, but I had this planned for next weekend. So I'm like, no, so yeah, but actually, next weekend my ideas might change slightly. My answers might change slightly. And what I'll do, I'll keep it. I will keep my idea, the ones that I talked about yesterday. There they are. So this is what I was talking about. These were my 5 that I discussed yesterday. What I'm going to do, it's going to be a special show next week because it's the last one of the year. Okay. So I'm going to do something special. It's going to be an amazing track focus. So it's going to be a track focus. It's going to be a 5 top moments. And I want you guys to join in as well. So between now and then, I want you to make a note or have a think or do it on the day. Don't forget, we get an intro. So I wrote these 5 out on the cusp yesterday while we were in the lobby. Make a note, have a think. What are your 5 golden moments, your 5 gold rings, as it were? 5 gold rings. Da, 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 da. Sorry, break into Christmas song. I love Christmas. So, and then we'll go through it. So I'll hit you up with one. Then you guys stick one in the chat. We'll run through it. We'll have a laugh. We'll move on. Then we'll do the mother of all track focuses. It is going to be sick. Did I just see Ted rock up in here? Morning, Ted. How you doing, my old mate? We were just talking about Saturday morning cartoons here. I don't know if you saw it. Highly recommended, my man. Definitely recommended. Yeah, so we'll have a little look at the crisps again. That's my they're the gold rings that you should be worrying about. Oh, track focus is here. Here we go. Right, there you go. Can't say fairer than that, eh? Right, here we go. So track focus is in. I picked this picture in particular today because it's a red flag. Everyone's been pulled in to the pit lane because we've got Christmas coming up. So we've got to slow our engines, back off the revs, ease off that throttle and come in for a red flag, and ready to enjoy Christmas. Absolutely. 5 gold rings. Dun, 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 dun. I tell you what we should do before we go into track focus is we should just take a moment really to say thank you very much and give a little bit of recognition to the three channels that are killing it at Christmas anyway. So we've got Slot R doing his advent calendar. Brilliant. I am guiltily, I've managed to keep up. I'm 3 behind at the moment. 3. That's it. Mal at 3 Rooms Raceway or Racing. I can't remember what the end tail is on that, but 3 Rooms Racing, I think it is. He's been killing it. I loved his concept of doing a day for the number on the door. He come unstuck a little bit on day, was it 15? Was it 15? I think it was one of them days. He couldn't find one. And good evening, so fast Speedway. Good morning. Hang on. We get a little shout up on the screen. There we go. Good morning. Oh, hello. Slot R's put a link in there. What's that link before I click it and end up somewhere I shouldn't? And then the third guy, so yeah, well done, Mal. Loving that with the little pointer man stick. Brilliant. And then the third, you know, is a wild man. Eric is bringing it with his Christmas Yuletide 12 Christmas gifts. And it's been good. It's been funny. It's been funny. I've been enjoying that. I loved it. Got everyone on there. Got Pat on there. Got Ian and Doug on there. Got Shano on there. It's all going on. So do check that out. So there's 3 of them doing festive cheer. Brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Just cannot get. Good morning, G-Som. How you doing? Nine for the slot car dudes. Yeah. 3 rings for the 11 kings, 7 for the dwarf lords, and 9 for the slot car dudes. Well done. Hey, Mal, you're welcome, mate. Your stuff is smoking hot, mate. Keep that coming. Yes. So, well, we're just going to run back a couple of bits. Just wanted to see how Pat is doing. How you doing, Pat? How's your sessions going, mate? Are you keeping well? Very troubling time. So here we go. Right, let's crack on because we are on what we got here, 17 minutes to push. First one is coming in with shot of the week. Get my face out of the way of the shot of the week. Oh, I don't know where to put myself. Oh, here we go. That'll do. Right, here we go. Shot of the week. It's not the most focused shot, I appreciate. But it really, when I say shot of the week, I'm obviously thinking for myself selfishly, it was my shot of the week. Yeah, okay, yeah. Chris, Lionel, we'll go over the Christmas list in a minute, my man. We will do that. Oh, I've blown it now. I'll go over that in a little while. Lionel, no problem. We'll touch on that towards the end of the show because we did go through the list on Slotcast Shenanigans on the last episode, which was over on Rahul's channel from nearly 2 weeks ago. But anyway, go back to this. This is what I liked. This is from Dan up in Scotland. Now, he's just managed to get himself, after a long time awaiting, the slotted Audi R8C. And I just loved seeing the prototypes on the track because you don't normally see people racing slot car like the prototype style Le Mans prototype style cars unless it's at a race event. So it really took me back. And it's just little bits of detail, like at the back of the track, you can see on the road, you've got the burnt rubber, the where he's been wheel spinning or he's painted it on for effect. He's painted the track. It's looking good. He spent a lot of time on this track. I know, Dan. And this is a real big testament for how to deal with, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying this, with mental health challenges. is you immerse yourself into your hobby or into your passion, which, you know, clearly looking at the detail, the layup on this, or the little bits dotted around the edge, you know, right down to the checkered flag at the top of the grandstand on the back and the left. Just great detailing, mate. Just great detailing. Yeah, it is, Lionel. It is an Audi on the right. Thank you, Pat. Well done, mate. Yeah, mate, you got to be positive because if you're not, what else is there? You know, and I think that's right. Mark's, yeah, getting some love through the room. We knew that that was it. Lionel's asking if it's an Aldi. That is good. Hey, D, there you are, mate. How you doing? No worries. This is a great shot, Dan. A very good shot indeed. It just, as I was saying at the start, a shot that makes me stop for more than like 5 seconds when you're scrolling like a madman in your feed, and it makes you just think about what you're looking at. Are you looking at all the detail? Are you stopped because the car is epic? Something's made you stop and contemplate that picture, and that's what this picture did for me. So thank you, Dan, for giving me a thought-provoking moment. Now, the other thing, right, next track is a bit more of an expectation manager for maybe some younger track fans out there, right? So what's going to happen is you've all been watching all the killer content over the year, so many great channels, really, really good, thought out, well edited, great content from whether you're really experienced and you put on an amazing show like someone like Hugh's Garage, Slot Car Adventures, or if you're rough and ready and you just point your camera at the track and go for it, like, and I know he won't mind me saying this, like Rob Sale, it doesn't matter because Rob actually makes some of the most informative videos, and you can see the car, you can see the detail, you get the history, you watch it go around the track, fabulous. Then you go to the other end of the extreme, like somebody who's done music and production for a living forever, and they understand software and they understand how to fade in, how to clip, how to compress, how to work on every single part of the video, which I know Shane does. I like it because I see the bits that the most people won't actually acknowledge because they don't use software to create stuff. So from whatever end of the spectrum it is, I enjoy it because the content I'm watching is rich. So what you're going to do is you're going to watch all of that all year, get really inspired, really encouraged to get a slot car set if you're a young track fan, and you're going to get the box, you're going to open it at Christmas. The Illuminous, the light is going to come like this, like on the scene of Pulp Fiction where he opens the case. It's like, yeah. And you got your first set, whether it's Carrera, like this one on the screen right now, whether it's a Scalextric, whether it's a Polycar, whether it's a Scalauto, whether it's a HO track, whether it's a whatever track I've missed. You're going to get one and you're going to open it up. And this is what it's going to look like out of the box. It's going to be a figure of 8, or it's going to be an oval. And you're going to be like, oh, that does not look like Mineshaft Mountain, or that does not look like the epic Carrera track in the basement of Marty Two Lines Raceway. It's not. And the reason being is because it takes a little bit of time, young track fans, to develop your kit, to go around, you know, marketplaces, to go around shops, birthday lists, all sorts of stuff. So look, the point I'm making here is when you get your slot car box at Christmas and you've asked for a track and this is what comes out, you are racing. That's the key point here, kids. You are racing. So enjoy that race and then use those vouchers that you got from the distant relatives who you never hear from other than Christmas, and get yourself your extension packs or new cars or better controllers. Epic. And if you want an idea of what you could upgrade to or increase your collection with or improve your track with, why not tune in on Boxing Day evening with me and Rahul to check out the Slot Car Awards? Because on the Slot Car Awards, we're going to be going into well, we'll talk about the categories in a bit, so I won't do it now, but you're going to get ideas of what is out there. You're going to get an idea of what people are going for. You're going to get where the trend swing is. It's going to be awesome. So don't be deterred, young track fans. That's deterred, not turd, okay? That's deterred. Right, don't be deterred if you get it and you've got minimal track, because trust me, I've had the best fun on minimal track. Isn't that right, isn't that right, Albert? Yes. And actually, just before we go on, if you are enjoying the stream, I noticed that there's about 48 of you in the stream at the moment. Do us a solid while you're watching this and hit the like button for me, because it does help. If you're watching silently and you're not subscribed, do that as well. Why not? It's Christmas, hey? Subscribe and hit the bell notification. Let's get back into the show. Perfect. Okay, next, Pete. Next. Oh, yes. I was waiting for this one. This is John Woodfield's track. Now, this, I've got 2, maybe 3 pictures of this, because it is really, really well done. It's nice. He's weathered the track. Now, I looked at it initially and thought, has he oiled the track? And that's oil residue either side of the metal rails, Wilfred. But no, I don't think he has, you know. I think that he's actually might have actually weathered it. But really nice detail. And I put this one on first, this image on first, because you can't see the backside of that track. It's just really cool. Let's have a look at that now while we're at it. Here's a side profile. Roger, he's already been to the ablutions, apparently. I love it. And yeah, this is a good thing here. Oh, keep hitting the wrong chat thing. Let me just go back to Dick's track. Yeah, there you go. So I missed some of the comments on the last one, so I'll just hit them up now while we're chatting. We've got Dave. Yep, exactly that. Says that someone's coming into the hobby, so it's the best layout ever. That is a perfect way to look at it. Thanks, Dave. And yes, there was a nice Audi on the track. Should we just go back to that while we're addressing the comments? There you go. So we'll bring some of these comments up because they're all quite endearing, actually. Yeah, see you later, Slot Track Racer. Nice one. Patience is key. All the brands are fun. Exactly right, Pat and UC. Well done. So here, Gary Morey made a fantastic track with the scenery. Exactly that size track. Size doesn't matter, says Tara. And yep, there's the comment. That's the one I was looking for. Keep the cars clean and well maintained, kiddos. Those cars that come in your first box become a bit favourable and nostalgic. Yeah, you're so true, G-Som. You're so true indeed, grandson of man. He would have Carrera if he had the space. Well, knock the wall through. What's the matter with you? I tell you, when Becky nips out and goes to her mums or dads, knock the wall out, and then it's done. Then it's done, mate. She might not talk to you for 2 months, but she'll need a lift somewhere sooner or later, and then it'll be sorted. Hi, Becky, if you can hear me in the back. No, say nothing. If you're on a track, you're a slot car king and you are racing. Yes, you are absolutely right. Talking of right, Pat is right. Daz Tracks rocks. Okay, right. Oh, Albert is here. Good morning. And never say you forgot. You two come out. Yes. You got some Christmas funds now. That is amazing. So anyone doesn't know, Albert turned up here yesterday and his tooth, it wasn't wobbling. I mean, a gust of wind would have knocked it out. I said, come here, let me take it out. And he goes, no, don't touch it. And I said, no, I won't touch it. The repliers will touch it. I won't touch it. He didn't want to play. I don't know what that's about. Why? What's the matter with you? So yeah, it's back onto John's track, John Woodfield. I like the lip on the left-hand side, how he's built it up so it actually goes through or goes under like a bit. It's sort of a grassy flyover bridge. I'm loving it. Here, has anyone seen Bridgerton? Where's Keith? I know he was on the Glenmorangie last night. Probably pronounced that wrong. That's whiskey, Albert. Never drink that. That is going to make you do silly things. Oh, actually, that answers a lot of questions, Keith. Uh, most wars were made by people that weren't thinking slot cars. That's so true. Yep. And let's go for it. So the next one. Yeah, no, new track. That's right. New track for this one. So this track coming in now is, let me get myself to work, by Paul Rowley. Look at this specimen. Now this is a nice track. So he's built it up and built it in. What I mean is he's built up the actual where he's got like the pit lanes there. You see the 4 holes in the wall underneath the track next to where the cars are on the track. Those 4 holes there, the pit lanes, Albert, they are really good because as you come round to the other end, look at that for a bit of build up. He's actually got, this is really good. So he's thought about it. He's coming uphill on that raised section. He's coming right uphill and he's realized a little bit like DK said earlier that people didn't think about when they built walls, they didn't think about racing slot cars. Well, this track definitely encapsulates that because as you come up that steep hill towards those catch fences, those black fences at the top, you are going to go airborne because it's technically like a massive ramp in the middle of the track. And we all know what happens on ramps. We do our best to get airborne, don't we? Oh, yeah. Clean build, says Ted. Utterly, totally, and utterly clean build that is, mate. Really nice bit of kit. Let me move my face out of the road here. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? I do. Right then. So that was a nice, very nice bit of kit indeed. Hang on a second. Did Dave leave? Aha! Man, he's going to the greasy spoon. See you later, Dave. Take it easy, my friend. Okay, and then the final view on Paul Rowley's track is this end shot. So you can see how it goes on the far side of the track. So you can get out right round the back corner. Now, my challenge here, for anyone making a track, young track fans in particular, is marshalling. So if you're stood at the where the 2 cars are there on the right by the power base, and you're coming round and you're hanging it around that far corner down the back stretch, and you flip it, or you flip it around that sort of top left corner there, you've got to get the grab tool out to get it. You've got to reach over all of that. But I love this track. I love the gradients. It is so good. Now, what are you talking about, Albert? My face. My face. It's just got a lot bigger. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Okay. What we got going on? Right, one in then from Kevin next. I like it, Kevin. Good track, my friend. Let's put it on the screen. Here we are. Look at that. This is a big track. I like it. Big track indeed. It's got the customary Scalextric Dunlop bridge, and if you look closely at that Dunlop bridge, you can notice that he's got it raised. He's got it lifted on some kind of elevation, some maybe little stumps or something. Because as Wilfred would help you out, he would tell you no problem at all that Mr. Bean part does not fit under bridges. It smashes into bridges. Brilliant. Yeah, really good. Getting some love for this one. Another nice track. Got that one going on. Oh, my word. By Chris. Harry is, Monaco style. Love it. Another anti-clockwise track, says Daz. Okay. Great track. Lionel's type of track, this one. Nice. So that is Kevin Parkins smashing it out of the park. Hey, it's scaly time, says John at Fox and Walls, beg your pardon. And it does, yeah, Dick. That is, I tell you what, this like space that Kevin's got going on here really reminds me of the kind of size of table that Pat had. Pat, this is like your table before you smashed it up and got a proper track in there. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone, from Albert. Fast track, not lots of nice crossovers. Yep, Tara spoken. I thought you was going out at 7:45. Here we go. Right, so I think no, penultimate track is coming in. So we got this one and one more after this one, because this is epic stuff at the highest order. David forward. So why didn't I make two slides so I could say let's forward to the next slide? That would have been the greatest pun ever. Yeah, we've got David forward here. I like this. It's kind of like he's got a T-shaped space to work with, but I just like the way he's developed the track to have a flyover, a big R2 corner. Yeah, really good. Room for development as well. Will you get drift barriers on that R2 corner over on the left-hand side, just above my head as we look on this corner? Will you get someone there? Don't know. But yeah, really liked it. This has got, albeit like quite a smaller technical track, it's got quite a lot of flow to it. You can get some good speed into that track and out and around that track. The corners are designed for powering in and out. It looks really good. Mark has just arrived at work. So if anyone doesn't know, you got to watch yourself, because Mark is old Bill, is police. It's copper. He's a copper. That's why I have all of these police cars on this shelf, to make him feel at home, distract him from what we're actually getting up to on Sunday slot car sessions or slot car shenanigans. Excellent. Right, back on track. Do you like what I did there? Back on track. So well done, David. Thank you ever so much for that. Yeah. What we'll do, we'll just whack some comments up on the screen. Shit. So transition myself out of the way of the comments. Well done, Mark. I hope you have a quiet shift today. That's what you got to say to someone who works in the services like police, fire brigade, ambulance workers, that sort of thing. You say, I hope you have a quiet shift. That's right. Unless you're driving the Scalextric Impreza, Subaru Impreza police car, it doesn't have a siren in it. Who would have thought it? Yeah. Right. We're going to move into the next track now. Now, I'm quite excited about this because I'm quite excited about it. That should be enough. This is, quite frankly, a delightful track indeed. And I'm sure you will agree with me that Barry has lit this to perfection. The lighting is out of this world. It's in the buildings, on the track, round the track, but it just gives the right amount. It reminds me of the night race over in the Far East. Where is it? Singapore, where they do the night racing, or somewhere like that. So Vince was driving in Scalextric in, and I thought I spilled my coffee then. I know. I'll just take a moment of silence while we just sort of look at that. And in fact, let me show you the next one. Gives you a little bit of a cider on there. I think you can agree Barry has done some exceptional work here. Utterly, utterly genius. And then back again. Yeah, really nice. Yeah. This is sort of lighting you'd expect from think Scalextric, track builders, the track building people. Yeah, that is a nice bit of kit. A nice, nice. So let me. I'm just preparing the next slide. We did track Focus in a little bit of a different order this week because I knew a few people were coming and having to go out early. This is Christmas session, isn't it? This is the Christmas session. So you're going to have a lot of people going to travel. If you're on the roads today, take it easy. All right, just take it easy. You finish work. There is no work now for most people. If you're working Monday, Tuesday, oida, like Nico probably is, because airports don't stop. Take it steady, guys. If you're traveling, just take it easy. All right, just take it easy. Make sure you've got food, water, toilet roll, and plenty of battery in the car and fuel, so you can keep the engine running and the heater on. Normally, I'd say turn the engine off, but it's cold. So, what we've got going on Boxing Day, if you've been living under a rock and didn't realise by now, that we got our awards bash coming up. Really cannot wait for this. This has been so cool. I'm going to have a quick check now behind the scenes and just see where the voting is up to. When I was on the show with Pete and Joe yesterday, the voting was in excess of 800 votes. So I'll just log on now, back a scene here, and it'll give me an appreciation to share. 871 votes. Wow. All right, Albert, stop copying and pasting or we're going to block you. You're not supposed to do that. That's called spam in the chat. Stop spamming the chat. That's better. Yeah, hit them hearts and them 100%. See how many of them you can get fired off. Yeah, 800 800 votes. Right, it's actually 871 if we want to split hairs. So we're nearly at 900 votes. Let's see if we can get it up to 1,000 votes by the end of the sessions, which finishes tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. UK time, which is like whatever time everywhere in the world. Now, voting is really, really easy. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to talk you through how to do it. I actually have now the ability to do it. I'm just gonna get the right screen, and then what we do, we talk through it as well, so I can give you a decent rundown of what's happening. So here we go. Here is where you need to go. He says, that's better. So you go trackfanstv.com. That is the website right there. Up here on the top shelf, I'm just see. Can you see my cursor? No. Right. So I need to. All right, bear with me a second. There's about just a few seconds delay, and then I just want to see if you can follow my cursor. One moment. This web sharing part of it is new. I've only learned to do this a minute ago. Okay. Right, anyway, so at the top row there, you can see slot car awards. So you want to be going into there. That's going to take you into the awards page. Ah, brilliant. I can actually. Ah, okay. All right. Well, I'll have to learn how this works as well. I'll stick that on my list to work. Anyway, you go in there and you scroll down. He says, how's my internet connection, guys? Does it sound okay? Because I am very laggy. Aha. Anyway, I think I've got this. I can leave this on here for a second, as it gives me the idea. It shows me the idea. Anyway, you go into the top bit of my website, you get to this page. These white boxes here are the nominations, and then you have a list of things here that you can pick. So I've already been through and voted, which is why I'm just getting these messages. You will get a list of cars. So this first one here, was it best slot car? You'll get a list of cars to choose from, and then you can go through and make your choices. And then at the bottom of the list, there's a little button that says vote. Press the vote button. And then once you've done all of that, it's all automatic. One thing to talk about though is I set it up so that it's one vote per IP address. Now, someone said to me by email that they'd done their voting, but their partner couldn't go in and vote, even though they're on their own device, because the IP address of their internet is the same. So if you have that situation, turn the Wi-Fi off on your device and you should be able to vote like that. Does Tara sell to Australia? Tara sells absolutely everywhere in the world that you need slot car figures. She's universally global, absolutely. Vote on what you want to vote on, Vince. Vote from your heart. Yeah. What are you going to vote for, Albert? Eh? Oh, yeah, hang on. Where was that comment? Dan. So Vince is actually Albert because Vince is my brother and Albert is my 10-year-old nephew. So that's Albert, Dan. I know. It's a bit like when Mark used to be Christopher Petch, but now he's Mark Petch. It's brilliant. Here's Pat, like, yeah, she ships everywhere. And then, no, actually, my bad. Yeah, Tara, right, we'll have a chat later, and I'm going to talk to you all about how to do this, okay? Because no one does business when they're sending things to abroad. Everyone sends stuff to their friends and families. I don't know anyone who ticks the business box when making a payment or sending goods. You tick business, right? And this is the thing, right? In business, yeah, this is what I learned. In business, it's an excuse to charge more money. And I can prove it. I've proved it. In fact, I've more than proved it because in my office, in my old office, we had like a business broadband and it was like £120 a month. And it's like, I'm thinking, hang on a second, what is difference from this broadband router here to across the street in that residential house to that one? What is the difference? What makes it different that it costs literally £100 more money or 50 quid more money, whatever it was? So I decided to run an experiment when that contract run finished. I said to the provider, I think it was Virgin, I said, I want broadband, I'm in my house. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. And then when they come to install it, they're like, this isn't a house, this is a warehouse. And I went, well, it's my house, my warehouse, yeah. And they're like, yeah, but you've gone for private broadband, not business broadband. And I'm like, yeah, funny that, isn't it? Hey, I've saved myself 50 quid a month. And the fact that you're still here installing it says that there is no difference. Or I'd need a special kind of wire or a different type of modem, whatever it is you call them these days. So absolute fallacy. So if you're starting up a business, don't get business broadband, just get regular broadband, stick in your house, stick in your warehouse, and call your office your house, because warehouse house technicality in it. So yes, so do take a moment to vote because it will make a difference for the people that have been nominated. Now, I didn't pick them, Rahul didn't pick them. You guys picked these nominations. You guys did. So what I'm going to say is if what you wanted to vote for isn't in the categories, you've got to vote. You've got to make your nominations next year. So this year's like the trial run, the guinea pig, the test drive, and then we'll have it like, I think it's going pretty well so far. But next year, it'll be more polished. You know, we'll be able to say, look, get your nominations in if you want to nominate a particular car. If you don't nominate it, it won't show up in the options to vote for. And you know, we've got some quite wide-ranging votes. You know, like we even got a sideways fantasy car livery too in the mix. Never seen it in my life, but we've got one. Someone nominated it, so it's in the voting mix. If we get, let's say, to in next year, what I'll do is I'll cap it. So we'll have 10 nominations per category. So if you don't nominate quick enough, your car won't be in that category. But on the other side of that, we don't end up with a category that has 27 different cars in it because everyone put in a car and they wanted it to be voted for. So we'll probably limit the categories to 10 entries next year, to make it a little bit more, I don't know, manageable. There you go. I'm feeling it today. So we've got the vote going on. We had the vote. I'm just catching back up with the chat. That's what I like to see. So Carl said he's watching, he's multitasking. That's what he did. Yes, Daz. Nice one. Thank you very much, my friend. A thumbs up all round. It's looking good. Okay, let's hear it. Let's have it. I'd love to hear the story, whether you email it to me or it's Boyconator, isn't it? Yes. Yes. Email it to me. Let's hear it. And if it's clean, I'll share it on the show next week. So what's the plan today, everyone? Have you got some racing going on? I was just having a think about while you have a look at that. I will just check the slides to see if there's anything that we've missed. No, little big up for the winter slot car. I know we've done the winter. How did that get in there? That's supposed to be UK Slot Car Festival for next year. Okay, it was very late last night when I was doing the slides and I was very distracted, but it's all good now. On the plug. Slot Car Magazine is at work, so if you want to read over Christmas, this will be a good place to stop. Slotcarmagazine.co.uk. You can actually download it, give yourself some reading material whilst you're waiting for everyone to wake up and get up on Christmas Day. I just don't know what the big deal is. I just don't understand why people wouldn't be up thinking about the sort of presents and stuff. And, you know, generally, I wonder if that will flash in and off. No, it won't. So if I go out of studio mode, yeah. Um, yeah, I could do that there. Right. I've got an idea what cars George and Lionel might be doing. Could be the old F1 cars, maybe. Well, you know, I'm telling you now, John, we are no stranger to a bit of controversy on this show, are we? It's unbelievable. Right, we'll get a dog up for that one. Will that get us a pint of milk? No, you've probably deleted the wrong poster. No, I haven't deleted the wrong poster. The whiskey made him sleep. Here he is. Bridgerton's up. Oh, he's been doing some spraying. He's been spraying. You are going to get yourself hung, drawn, and quartered, Dick. Are you watching in the front room with the widescreen? I'll be like, my head's like this now. And Bridgerton is in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Please! He's hung over everyone. He's been on the sauce. But I love it. Yes, a lot of F1, says Lionel. He's got the old F1 going on, any. I'm loving the fact that I can stick stuff on the screen now, like a bit like the dog down here. Look, that's not working. See you, Pooch. Great stuff. So then, is anyone traveling for Christmas, or are you all staying in? Most of the people that I've spoke to are staying in. They're staying in for Christmas, not traveling anywhere. Which I wouldn't want to do either. Definitely wouldn't want to be traveling anywhere. So Dick is going to be on the singing sauce, he says. So it's going to be on the alcohol. Can imagine Dick singing away. Grandpa's liquid courage. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Watch out that you don't take the cough medicine instead. Why do they put the bottles of alcohol and cough medicine next to each other? It was a nice Scott. You did not. Did you drink that whole bottle? If you drank that whole bottle, I would be very impressed indeed. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know what, right? For some reason, I thought I'd been going for about 40 minutes. I'm like, can't be going for 40 minutes. I'm going longer than 40 minutes. Been like chatting away, interacting. Yeah. So what are you saying? You're driving around and you go, oh, fantasy car. Is that how it works? So, geez, grandson of man, all the family, all close family lives in a city. So, as usual, got to drive to everyone's house, her parents, my parents. Great to have both sets of grandparents on town for the kiddos. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think we do actually sort of have banter, mocking her, knocking about having to go out and do stuff and be active on Christmas. But what you actually don't remember is that the grandkids are epic. Grandparents are epic at Christmas. They basically get the kids, they take over, they own it. They're like, right, straight in there. Have fun with them for 3 or 4 hours, totally tire them out, and then you're away. You're back home again. Awesome. And Harry's going to see if he can get himself cancelled. There's some talk here about some kind of photographs, Christmas Eve, Santa. I don't know. I don't know. Talking about Harry while he's on the screen, I've yet to watch, which will be doing straight after this stream, or actually straight after the dog walk and obligatory shopping. We'll be watching the Scale Slot Cars and RC and Slot Car Dudes live stream, Christmas stream from Friday. I've got it on good authority that it is epically funny. So thank you ever so much for that, brothers, for bringing us that. I'll be watching that straight after. It is a nightmare trying to keep up with everyone's content at the moment. And then just to add to the confusion, I'm going to drop a video in the week. It's a bit longer than usual. It's not quite a boon. It's not like a 3 hour session, but it is definitely longer than my normal videos. But there's a lot in it. There's a lot packed up in there. So father-in-law, the outlaws for Darren, no cooking for him. Brilliant. Oh my days. I dread to think. So lots in Australia going to the beach on Christmas Day or Boxing Day. It's 30 degrees, then 40 degrees forecast for Melbourne. Wow. That is crazy. And 18 people in the family. What are you, like the Waltons? Oh, for like 10. Night, John Brown. Night, UC. Good night, Shane Allen. 18 people. My good Lord. That is outrageous. Oh, I love it. Fox and Wolves says Harry's cleaning out the reindeer droppings. Because here, Albert, what you don't know is Harry lives in Latvia, which is right up near and by the North Pole, which is obviously where Santa hangs out. So that's pretty cool. Right, where am I up to? Okay, cool. All right, guys, I reckon we've got about 5 more minutes in the stream, and we're gonna wrap it up. Because we got Christmas to get stuck into. That's why. That's why we got to do it. I don't want to. I could sit here all day and hang out and chat and see what's occurring and stuff. But, you know, great viewing to be had by everyone. Missions ahoy. Mrs. Brown is going to be like, what's happened? I'll be like, what do you mean what's happened? She'll be like, you're half an hour early. I'll be like, it's Christmas. Don't want to be hanging up. Oh, excuse me. Don't want to be holding people up, making them hang around, just chatting slot cars and stuff. Hello. So, Skeg Vegas or Skegness, to anyone who doesn't know what that reference is for. Boxing Day, walking on the beach in the cold. Walking on the beaches. Yeah. So, nice, Daz. That sounds good. We'll be walking around the park here. Harry is Santa. No, Harry is definitely not Santa. Yeah, Harry monitors. I'll tell you how Harry is. Is it Crumpus or Krampus? Crumpus, isn't it? Harry is Crumpus. I'm not saying anything, but watch the film Red One. Red One. It's screaming on Prime, Amazon Prime Video. Red One, or you could probably get it anywhere else. Brilliant. And then Harry, he's Crumpus in there. So what do we got here? Maybe track fans can give their top 3 cars that go good on their track next week. Yeah, let's do it. So want 5 best moments, want your 3 best cars, want 4 top drinks, 2 see where I'm going with that. It's the Waltons. Hang on a second. Did I miss a trick here? Finish the song. I'll get myself cancelled. You know what it is. They come in a tin, right? Looking at that. Merry Christmas to you, Pat. It's going to be a great Christmas. You bet you. You bet you. Full of fun, full of happiness, full of good times, full of positivity, full of slot cars, full of slot heads. You ain't getting rid of us, brother. Merry Christmas from Mal, everyone. Be tuned to get the last couple of boxes of his great advent. Becky has got that's Mrs. Hall. She's got a birthday coming up. When is that birthday, actually? Yeah, mate. I do like. It was the Stranglers, wasn't it? Who sang that? Was it the Stranglers who sang that? Walking on a picture, looking. I don't know. Great track though. But yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas from everyone to everyone. I like it. There's a lot of love floating around this room right now. Good on you all. And Andy and Ruben are here. Andy, got a slight situation about the data post. Ford Escort. There might be a situation. Now, don't worry. Nick at Pendle is my witness. I've been on to Pendle, think Thursday, straight after Wired on Wednesday. And I didn't do Wired on Wednesday because I was sick as a butcher's dog, but that's right. I was struggling. I was so struggling in the week. There's been a slight situation with the data post. Now, out of respect, I'm gonna talk to you about it first and see what you want to do. But I've already got the ball rolling. Yes, thank you very much, Fox and Walls. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, Dave. Merry Christmas, Tara. I couldn't possibly tell you on screen. I'll have to tell you off screen. And then if it's okay with you, I'll let everyone know next week what happened. Merry Christmas, Albert. Merry Christmas, Harry. You'll be on NL4 if you don't behave. Right then, guys, let's do this. Let's get out of the front door. So, on that note, everyone, I wish you a good Christmas, a very Merry Christmas. Whatever you've done, Santa is going to come for you. And I wish you all the best. And I am so stoked to see you on Boxing Day night, whatever state you're in. Hit the button, join us. Don't mind if you're sozzled like a sausage. Just come on board. It's going to be a good laugh. And then next Sunday, you will have Sunday Slotcast sessions. Just before you go, hit the like button for me, subscribe, like, and all that business. But you will have the tops of everything. So we're going to do top 3 cars. We're going to do top 5 moments. We're going to do an epic track focus. Has your best track of the year going to appear in the track focus? Oh, I've said too much. But anyway,